Hi everybody, I'm Brookes Sanders and I'm the Secret Garden Girl, and I'm excited to be here with you today. I have been growing a little patio garden in Arizona, and we are close to the Nogales border, so it gets really warm here. And we just got through with our monsoon season, and that means that things are cooling down around here, and we're going into like a second growing season. The worst of the brutal heat has gone bye-bye for us, which is a good thing. So I started growing a new set of crops, and I would like to show you what's going on out there. I have one question. Do you like sweet potatoes? Do you like garlic? Ooh, do you like watermelon? I want to show you guys. You ready? Okay, come on, let's go. Okay, I'm excited about this. I was going to do an update for you guys last week, but I thought, well, let's let everything get a little bit stronger. All right, let me turn this around. Are you guys ready? I'm excited. Okay, turn around. Turn around. Okay, here we are. My pepper plant is finally starting to come back to life after I got rid of the big fat grasshopper. That was a real bummer. Okay, sorry folks, my neighbor came by and we were strategizing about her painting in her little villa. Okay, so you can see the grasshopper got this little plant here, my little pepper plant, but it's starting to come back because I got rid of the grasshopper. Pepe, my little lizard, I think, finally got him. Okay, so this pepper plant is doing really well considering the brutality of that grasshopper, but it's got some flowers, as you can see. Oops, let's see, there we go. Got some flowers coming on, which is good, and they're not falling off, which means that they're not getting too hot, so that's good news. And then, as you know from the last video, we planted a bunch of garlic in here, and we have 1, 2 that are coming up at the moment, and then I have some tomato coming up in here. And what I did is I just took a whole tomato as an experiment because it was already sprouting on the inside of the skin. It was crazy. And I just planted the whole thing in there as an experiment for us. And I wasn't sure if anything was going to happen. And it's been about 2 months. And look at there. We have some tomatoes sprouting. So I will thin them, of course. And we're going to have a whole lot of tomatoes hopefully in a few months. And so that's pretty exciting. I'm glad the garlic is coming up. That's why I planted so much in here, because, you know, sometimes they just don't pop, and sometimes they pop later on. So we'll keep an eye on here, and the onions are still doing okay. It's kind of barren looking right now. Marigolds are doing good because I take good care of them, and I'm constantly planting more seeds inside. So these guys keep a lot of pests away because they don't like the smell. Okay, and then we've had a little bird nesting in here, and I don't mind. Doesn't bother me in a single bit. They don't bother my plants at all, but they do eat the bugs. So a lot of marigolds right over there. Now this is a tomato plant that has been with me since the beginning of the summer, and then it just stopped producing. I didn't want to throw it away and start anew because I wanted to see if it would start sprouting again and bearing fruit for me. So we have some flowers, and so we're going to see. It's going to be an interesting experiment. And then the sweet potato slips are here. This whole bag is going to be sweet potatoes, and these we will harvest in late January, early February. So we have some time for them to cook in there. And then, of course, we have the lavender. Don't look at my ugly pile over here. This basil, it's time. It wants to go to flower. There's a problem here with some buggies or issues. And it's an older basil plant, and I'm going to harvest all of it today and dry all of it and start anew with something else. I haven't decided yet. And this is going bye-bye today. It's just really sad. And then the okra, which I kept around for the grasshopper to eat, munch on, because it was like kind of like my sacrificial plant to keep him out of everywhere else that is important to me. And my citrus plant that I started from seed, and I'll post those pictures in just 1 second. And I was amazed that I started a citrus plant from seed. Now I don't know if it's grapefruit, orange, lime, or lemon. It's going to be a surprise. And then now that we're in our cooler months, these 2 poinsettia plants are going to be transplanted probably today into a really, really big pot so that they can start thriving, because those pots are too small. I'm amazed I've kept them alive since last December, and this is mid-September. I'm excited about that. Okay, and the most exciting part of all to me is my little watermelons. I'm so excited, I can hardly stand it. I started these watermelons in the beginning of summer, and it was just too hot and it couldn't produce, and I almost put it into Kathy's compost pile, and I decided to just give it a break. And guess what? As soon as it started cooling down, it started flowering, and I have 3 or 4. Here's another one right here. So that's 3. And then I know that I have more little babies coming on. Now today what I'm going to do, and I haven't done it yet because I wanted to share it with you folks first. So I have a watermelon here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to clip right here off. And the reason why I'm going to do that is so that the nutrients are going to go into the fruit as opposed to the foliage. So by cutting that off, it stymies all that. Does that make sense? So I'll be taking care of that today, and that will actually help bear some more fruit. So I'm excited about that, and I'm letting them sort of do their thing. Yeah. Okay, now, this poor rosemary. What happened was, and I've been coming out here and taking off all the dead little needles, and that's actually helping, as you can see, because it's coming back to life. I thought, first of all, what respectable gardener kills a rosemary plant, right? Well, I've been growing food for a long time. This was a first for me. They're such hardy plants that, geez Louisers, how do you kill a rosemary? Anyhow, what happened was, it was on that corner behind this bush, which I bought as a seedling. It was about this tall, maybe, and now it's a big bush. So anyways, it was really hot. It's going to be about 110, and I had forgotten my rosemary plant right there on the corner behind the bush, and I came home and I had done killed it. I could not believe that in a few short hours I killed it, and it was a big, lush, beautiful rosemary. So I thought, well, off to the compost pile for you. And I just sort of set it here because I hadn't taken it to Kathy's house. I don't have a compost here. And came out a few days later, and lo and behold, there were some of these beautiful green needles coming back in. I was just so excited. So I thought, well, maybe I didn't kill it after all. So it's been about, I'd say 2 months, and it's coming back to life. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to probably come in here and cut off all the dead parts. Okay, there you go. If you like watermelon, this is the time of the year to be growing it, that's for sure. Okay, so that's a little update on my patio garden. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about it for about a week, but I thought, well, I think I'm just going to wait until the watermelons get a little bit bigger. And I'm glad that I did, although I've missed talking to you guys. I've been scheming in my brain all this time. Little field trips that we're going to be taking in mid-October. We're going to be in Phoenix, and I have 2 gardens that we're going to be touring. I'm really excited about that. I think you guys are really going to like it. And that's about it for right now. It's a little bit quiet. COVID is still kind of doing its thing here in Arizona, so it's making it hard for me to get out and about, but at least I have my patio garden that I can keep you guys up to date with. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler and I'll answer them readily. And if you'd like me to come and visit your garden, let's set up a time. I'll come over, we'll turn on the video camera, and we'll get our garden on together. Alrighty, so just a little update on what's happening at Brookes Garden. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you know when the next video is coming. On average, about 1 a week, just for now. Okay, folks, we'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed this. Get outside and get your garden on. We'll talk to you later. Bye!